Welcome to the Zay Zay Zone. I'm Isaiah, aka Zay Zay Nix, and today we are finally doing the history of My Little Pony. So let's begin with Generation 1. My Little Pony would begin as Pretty Ponies in 1981, but when it got on the shelves in 1982, they would change what we know today as My Little Pony. The original My Little Pony toy line was so successful that the first generation was able to last for 10 years, with the original toy line selling 150 million units during the 80s. Aside from just being a toy line, My Little Pony branched out into movies and TV. My Little Pony, the movie, would premiere on June 6, 1986. The film had a budget of 5.5 million and was able to bring back 6 million in the box office. Despite the film not doing so well and having negative reviews, a TV show was created. My Little Pony aired from September 15, 1986 to September 25, 1987, with a total of 2 seasons and 65 episodes aired in syndication. The first show had 7 core ponies, including Firefly, Megan, Spike, Magic Star, Wind Whistler, Fizzy, and Gusty. My Little Pony was given another show in the early 90s. It was called My Little Pony Tales. My Little Pony Tales aired on the Disney Channel from August 2nd, 1992 until December 25th, 1992. Despite the series not being as successful as the first series, it continued to air in syndication from 1993 until 1996. My Little Pony Tales features some new ponies, including Sweetheart and Starlight. The second generation of My Little Pony would begin in 1997, 5 years after the original generation ended. The new generation will kick off with a new toy line. It had some upgrades, but unfortunately, this new generation was not successful and was discontinued pretty quickly in 1999. The second generation had more popularity in Western Europe, so it continued there for a longer period. The second generation did not have much media. There were no movies, there were no shows. There were also not much new ponies during this generation, aside from Sunsparkle, Lightheart, Sweetberry, and Ivy. Despite all of that, the second generation gave us the first ever My Little Pony video game. My Little Pony Friendship Gardens was a virtual pet game that was launched in 1998. The game was available on PCs at the time, and despite the generation being unsuccessful, the game was still very popular. Generation 3 would begin in 2003. After the failure of Generation 2, My Little Pony needed a revamp, and that's exactly what they did. They went all out to avoid the mistakes made with the second generation. There were 8 ponies for this generation, and they include Pinkie Pie, Minty, Rainbow Dash, Sunny, Wisteria, Cotton Candy, Sweetberry, and Sparkleworks. Generation 3 was much more successful than the second generation. At least they were able to make media to help further support the toy line. My Little Pony had a string of popular direct-to-video movies throughout the 2000s, including A Charming Birthday and Dancing in the Clouds. My Little Pony kicked off their first live musical tour titled My Little Pony Live, the world's biggest tea party. The musical first opened in October 2006, but will close sometime in 2008. The show had negative reviews from critics, audiences, and fans. In 2008, My Little Pony went through a mini revamp where they reduced the number of characters to just 7. Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash will stay for the rest of the generation, but 5 new ponies will be added to the lineup. Squidaloo, Cheerilee, Toolaroola, Starsong, and Sweetie Belle. But this revamp wouldn't last too long, as G4 was peeking from around the corner. Generation 4 of My Little Pony would change everything. Films, many TV shows, TV specials, and video games. They were really going all out for this generation. The ponies for this generation include Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity. Generation 4 will launch in 2010. Alongside the launch of Generation 4 will be the biggest My Little Pony series of all time. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic will premiere October 10th, 2010 on the Hub Network. Friendship is Magic will run for 9 seasons and 221 episodes ending on October 12th, 2019. Generation 4 will generate $650 million from retail sales in 2013. Eventually, they crossed $1 billion annually in retail sales for 2014 and 2015 respectively. In 2013, My Little Pony would create a franchise spin-off called Equestria Girls. Equestria Girls had a fairly successful toy line, a show, video games, and more. But unfortunately, not everything lasts forever, as the spin-off will eventually come to an end in 2020. After Friendship with Magic ended in 2019, Hasbro knew it would soon be time to end G4 and kickstart G5. But before that, they wanted to launch one last show. This show will be called Pony Life, and it will premiere on November 7, 2020, and will end on May 22nd, 2021. But after Pony Life ended, that was it for pretty much anything G4 related, as it was time to transition on to Generation 5. Generation 5 will begin shortly after the end of Pony Life in May 2021. Generation 5 will feature a complete new cast of ponies. The ponies for this generation include Sunny Star Scout, Hitch Trailblazer, Izzy Moonbow, Zipstorm, Pip Petals, and Misty Bridge Dawn. My Little Pony: A New Generation will premiere on Netflix in September 2021. The film will bring back $4.1 million in the box office. My Little Pony: Make Your Mark would be the first series for G5. Make Your Mark premiered on May 26, 2022 on Netflix and ended on November 23, 2023. The show had 4 seasons with 27 episodes, and it was a good way to help push the new generation. A new web series titled Tell Your Tale will air on YouTube from April 7th, 2022 until October 17th, 2024. The web series had 2 seasons and 93 episodes, including one special. My Little Pony truly has had one crazy ride as a franchise, and despite all the ups and downs they had over the years, the franchise will forever remain in the hearts of the many kids they touched. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching another episode of the Zay Zay Zone. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like and subscribe, and comment down below your favorite pony from My Little Pony. But yeah, other than that, guys, peace y'all.